Welcome to a brand new series of Countrywise Kitchen, and just look where we have come to. Glorious South Devon. It has the sea on three sides surrounding some of the finest and lushest farmland in the whole of Britain. What a place to find food. You may think these views are tasty enough, but wait till you get a real flavour of this place. South Devon is blessed with some of Britain's most beautiful coastline. A mouth-watering mix of rocky headlands and sandy bays. Sandwiched between the wilds of Dartmoor and the English Channel, it stretches from Brixham in the east to the very outskirts of Plymouth. The locals call this part of the world the South Hams, and much of it is protected, officially recognised as an area of outstanding natural beauty.
I've come to New Barton Farm at Wembury, at the mouth of the River Yarn. These handsome-looking creatures are Ruby Reds, one of Devon's oldest native cattle breeds. And they're the pride and joy of farmer Tim Jakins. These really are ruby red in colour, aren't they?
Yeah, oh, very much so, yes. They do vary a little bit. This one over here is a little bit lighter, but they tend to be going more towards this really dark red colour.
The breed, the ruby red, how long has that been around for?
Well, no one accurately knows. I mean, I think they originally descended from a strain of cattle that came over to Europe from North Africa.
Really?
Thousands of years ago.
And what do you think of the qualities that makes the beef so good?
I think their docile nature's got a lot to do with it. They never sort of get stressed or fretted. The cows produce a nice, dark, rich, creamy milk, which grow the calves well. Yeah, they're just happy, content animals, and they're designed to live in Devon, I think.
You're starting to see specific name breeds of cattle on restaurant menus now.
Absolutely, they name them, yes.
Yeah, and
I think this is important.
I do too. I think the public are so interested, thank goodness, in where their meat's coming from, how it was reared.
Absolutely.
And to see ruby red Devon beef on a menu must make your heart...
Well, I think it conjures up an image of these dark red cattle on a nice green pasture, living and behaving as they were intended.
Tim and his wife Charlotte butcher all their own meat and sell it direct to the public. By my reckoning, it's about 200 yards from field to fork. And I can't wait to cook some of these wonderful-looking steaks. You know, as a place to barbecue, this does take some beating. And we just got to cut some of this magnificent ruby red Devon beef into some sensible sized cubes. This is gorgeous beef, and rump's such a good cut. Into my mixing bowl. I do love having a little bit of spice with beef. I've got some paprika, I've got some ground ginger, some cinnamon, some ground coriander and some cumin, all lovely warming spices. Add them to some yoghurt. Here we go. Not a lot of yoghurt, only got a couple of tablespoons. And now if I mix that really well, you can see there we've got a lovely sort of paste. And now into the beef and give it a good old mix. Okay, time for the skewers. Now these are lovely wrought iron skewers, and if you can find something like this, they're brilliant for barbecuing on, especially if you take a little bit of oil and just rub the skewers with oil. It's a good little tip because it'll stop the meat sticking to the skewers on the barbecue. So there's the first one done. I'm going to put this straight across the coals now. And now I've just got to keep going. Right, that's all my skewers done. 5 more minutes cooking and then 5 minutes resting gives me 10 minutes to make my salsa. Salsas work really well with barbecued meats. The raw flavours of tomato and onion and garlic offset by some hot red chilli. Now, there's only one way to tell how hot these are before you put them in, and that's to try them. So if I start screaming in a minute, we'll know only to put a little bit in. They're quite punchy, actually. I got quite a lot of tingle. We need a few herbs. I've got some coriander here and some mint. A good lashing of olive oil, and there you go. Mix up the salsa. Our skewers are done to a T. But take them off the heat and let them rest before serving. That's really important. Well, for a quick summer barbecue, making the most of a really fabulous ingredient like this ruby red beef, I reckon that takes some beating.